What up, family? It done got real. Now, we all know how 50 Cent move. What I mean by that is straddling the fence when it comes to anybody. If you not really rocking with him and rocking with his ops, he's just going to put you on the other side, and he spoke on that before. We all know Big Meech came home, 50 Cent, when it come to the BMF series. He have made Big Meech a real household name, which he was already popular, but he reached a broader span through the TV shows. A lot of people that didn't know about BMF. You feel me? In the process of that, 50 Cent have helped his son, Lil Meech, become a household star also. Now, it's been a lot of conversation, if y'all don't know, when it comes to individuals in the Fed saying that Big Meech set them up through a third party. Now, Blue Da Vinci have been on this run, and it was Big Meech's right-hand man. He been on this run talking about Big Meech, even with him through a third party, and saying all these different allegations. Now, when Big Meech come home, we seen Big Meech with this new show that he got going. It's a lot of rappers on the lineup, and Rick Ross was one to promote himself on the lineup with Big Meech in the same video. Mind you that Rick Ross and 50 Cent don't get along. We know they back and forth. This been going on for years. And we know when it comes to linking with the ops on 50 Cent end, he gonna question it. Now, 50 Cent went to his social media after seeing this, and he spoke on this the last season of, BMF. He also spoke on who is Tammy. Tammy is the female that was the third party that was being used that Big Meech allegedly used to set up other individuals in the drug game for him to get a time cut. One of the individuals that got 20 years that was dealing with Big Meech on the dope tip spoke out, over the phone from the feds, and he was explaining the reason Big Meech still had to do 20 years is because the woman Tammy was having sexual relationship with somebody amongst the court system, like lawyer, like, or detective, some up in that. She was having sex, so it was a conflict of interest with her trying to help Big Meech out with the case. Now, 50 Cent, we all know how 50 Cent moved, man. And I don't think, I know Big Meech had phones in jail. I know he had access to know that everybody know Rick Ross and 50 Cent don't rock. They don't get along. When I seen this video with Big Meech, I'm thinking at the same time, well, he just came home. He might not know, all these different things. But at the end of the day, I was saying on my video about Big Meech, he coming home to a whole new different ball game. This ain't the same 20 years ago to where people choosing sides, and if you over there, you got to stay over there. You couldn't come today and have a group of people from state to state rocking BMF. You feel me? Like, it wouldn't work. Somebody gonna cross you up in the jam. So after doing 20 years, Big Meech is really 20 years behind on what it really is when it comes to clout chasing on social media. A lot of people is trying to use Big Meech for clout. Rick Ross, when he first came home, said the streets is back. The streets always been here. Niggas been going to jail every other day, B. Niggas been getting killed every other day, B. So this situation is going to cause a domino effect to an extent, fam. Because I don't think 50 Cent is going to let up off the gas. It's talks amongst what's going on. I know he's seeing all the individuals saying different snitching allegations when it comes to BMF. 50 Cent, one of them type of dudes to where he don't want to associate himself with that type of individual, so to speak. But I must say this, throughout all this situation that's going on with BMF, I think 50 already knew that it was allegations before he started BMF when it come to Big Meech. I really think 50 don't care on the low unless it just blow over and everybody get on that train. That's what it usually be. But a lot of people, when it come to Big Meech, they don't want to believe that about Big Meech. This is Big Meech, but you got to understand that that's also part of the game too. Killing, snitching, robbing, all that, man. That's part of it, and it's gonna be in the world until we die. It's been in the game since the beginning. You feel me? And it's a lot of people accept it also. When it come to Big Meech, they just care about what he did in them 20-year gap. All them stories in the club, popping bottles, 20 different Ferraris, all these different things. Now, the elite people like 50 Cent, they got the image for the crowd, or any other individual, they would try to stay away from it if it's gonna hurt their brand. But people that don't got a brand and gonna pull up at Big Meech walkthroughs and they don't care about that, the promoters and different things, unless everybody get on the bandwagon and start saying that about Big Meech. 50 Cent asked him, who is Tammy? He, BMF. Now, he already been in talks about stars playing with BMF but after seeing this, he really took it like this is the last season, like he don't even want to fight for it no more. And one would think it'll be hitting even harder with the name Big Meech got, like it's rolling in the streets. So if the BMF series rolling along with Big Meech being free, the numbers are going to go sky high because he all over social media. You feel me? So this is a decision for 50 Cent that's not based on the surface. It's based on underlying issues also. We know how 50 rock. We know how he do. Being with Rick Ross, anybody that we ever seen in the game that been around 50 ops, he do not rock with him like that. The only way I say that Big Meech, well, it ain't no pass. You feel what I'm saying? The only way I say like he didn't know after doing, but Big Meech was tapped in with the streets. Big Meech knew what it is when it comes to 50 and Rick Ross. I mean, coming from behind the bars, even though he did 20, but you still got people coming fresh off the street. And I know they was talking about 50 Cent and Rick Ross having them issues. And Big Meech, I think, decided still to come out and rock with Rick Ross. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And like I say, at the end of the day, I don't know what Lil Meech with him and 50 Cent still have a relationship or whatever the case might be, but I can tell you this, us knowing 50 Cent, knowing how 50 Cent move, this situation, it might be totally over with between him and Big Meech and BMF as a whole, because him and Rick Ross, man, they really never liked each other after all of these years. But I will keep y'all updated on situations though. But make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.